We will also be continuing our forums Tuesday, tomorrow at 5 p.m. right here in the hub with the Office of EDPLA, EDPSA, and the Student Advocate General. Wednesday, we will be back here in the hub at noon, from noon to 2, and Thursday also back in the evening right here in the hub starting at 5 p.m. If any of you within earshot have any questions you would like to ask our candidates, you can feel free to utilize our pen and paper, which is right immediately to my right. And I will now get started with this forum. Just a few minutes late, we'll try to get through as much as we can, as fast as we can. All right, so we're going to start off just with like a minute introduction and interview. I'll start with Mr. Lopez.
Hello, like I said earlier, my name is Charles Carlos Lopez. I'm a second-year anthropology major here at UCSB. I'm originally from up in the Bay Area, so if I let a hella slip, that's just the way it is. I'm running with the Open People's Party for off-campus senator. This year, I'm working in the external vice president of statewide affairs office as a campus organizing director, which has afforded me a lot of opportunities to get involved in a variety of things. I participated in the Ignite campaign earlier this year, and more recently, just last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, the weekend of Beltopia, I was in Sacramento with a number of other students here to advocate for student issues on a statewide level, and I got the opportunity to lobby our state senator, Hannibal Jackson. And I've also, I organized and participated in an event called the Week of Revenue Winter Quarter, which brought all of our local officials and the Secretary of the California Democratic Party to campus to talk about issues affecting students, like an oil severance tax or legalizing marijuana to fund education. Once again, I'm Carlos Lopez and I'm running for off-campus senator with the Open People's Party.
Okay, hi everyone, my name is Brandon Lee. I'm a second-year poli-sci major and I'm running for off-campus senator with the Open People's Party. I don't have too much experience in AS itself, but I am involved in many organizations on campus, including the Korean American Student Association and Phi Alpha Delta Co-ed Pre-Law Fraternity. What I've learned from this is that people on this campus do want some changes to happen. Namely, what I'm running on is a platform of transparency, trying to make sure that everyone is aware of the issues and everyone has their say in issues. I also want to renovate Bolton Gaucho space because I don't really care how many times they say they updated it, it's not updated. And finally, this is a party platform, but it's something I also truly believe in, academic excellence. We want to expand class sizes so not too many people have to crash anymore. And we also want to make sure that textbooks reduce the prices so that everyone has a chance in the school and money's not a problem. Thank you once again. My name is Brandon Lee and I'm running with the Open People's Party.
Hi everyone, I'm Jeremy Peschard. I'm running for off-campus senator with the DP Party. I'm a first-year political science major. I'm originally from the Bay Area. This year I've got involved with AS Recycling and have attended numerous conferences throughout California. Most recently I went to the Student Lobby Conference 2 weeks ago, where I lobbied Representative Steve Fox on issues pertaining to oil severance taxes and sexual assault, standardizing the sexual assault policies throughout California public campuses. With DP Party, I hope to increase IV safety, and that is actually my main platform, increasing IV safety through a variety of different measures, including working with MDT to change the bus policy so that we can have new routes throughout IV that will take students home from campus late at night. Again, I'm Jeremy Peschard, running with DP Party.
Hi, my name is Cassie Mancini and I'm running with the Open People's Party to be your next off-campus senator. This year I'm involved a lot in the Associated Students Office of the President. 2 weeks ago I coordinated Spring into AS Week, designed to increase student involvement in Associated Students and bring together all the various BCCs or boards, committees, and commissions so they can recruit new students. I hope to focus next year, if elected as a senator, on increasing what Associated Students can do for the students. This means creating more AS business services like an AS 24-hour cafe, that would provide student employment opportunities and really benefit all students. This is something that came up in an AS strategic plan that students really identified that they want. In addition, I'd like to improve Isla Vista by creating a community services district that would give us more representation in Isla Vista. Once again, my name is Cassie Mancini, and I'm running with OPP to be your next off-campus senator.
Hello. Oh, sorry. My name is Jacob Lebell, and my experience with AS goes way back. I grew up in Isla Vista, and my mom actually was, well, I guess back then it was Ledge Council, and she served on Ledge Council here and helped start Take Back the Night. And just, Ivy and the UCSB community have been a really big part of my life, and I really want this opportunity to try and work and bring. I think AS is one of the best opportunities we have to engage the problems of the broader Isla Vista community, and that we have a lot of structural issues and lack of representation that I really feel that with my knowledge and connections to local politicians who I've known for a while and volunteered with, we can really come together and change the structural problems that make Ivy dangerous. My name's Jacob Lebell, and I'm running for off-campus senator with the Democratic Process Party.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Moreh. I'm running with OPP for an off-campus senator position. I currently serve as Chief of Staff for the Office of the External Vice President for Local Affairs. And in my time in this office, I've pretty much fallen in love with local affairs. One of the things that I've done as Chief of Staff is lobby our Santa Barbara County Board of Supervisors at the ASUCSB Daly County, the first one ever. I personally spoke to Janet Wolf, one of the supervisors, about cliffside fencing. And what I want to continue to do is improve Isla Vista from what I've seen in my position at AS, and specifically through a police advisory board, which would bring students, permanent residents in Isla Vista, and the police together to all hold each other accountable. In addition to that, I want to expand education on bystander intervention training and sexual assault. Once again, my name is Michelle Moreh, running with OPP for off-campus senator. Thank you.
Hey everyone! My name is Shin Ma, and I'm from LA. I have a really long history of being an activist, and honestly, like going through my daily life at school, I'm always like frustrated by little things like, why are class sizes so big? Why do I have to keep crashing classes? Why is Ivy so unsafe? Why can't I walk the streets at night without feeling like someone's gonna like sexually assault me or something? So I'm like going through these days like asking all these questions, and I hope to be elected so I can find answers to these questions for not just me, but for all of you.
Hi everyone, my name is Erika Martinez, and I am running to be an off-campus senator with the Open People's Party. I am a third-year global studies major, and I've pretty much been involved with this since day one. I was media coordinator for my residence hall Santa Cruz Hall my first year, and I put Jonathan a food space in every single stall. Last year I was the media coordinator for RHA. This year I am the ASUCSB Director of Communications, and I have already created transparency between Senate and the student body by creating videos called the Senate Room. If elected, I will continue to do that. I want to connect you, the student, to ASUCSB and to the entire student body. I've also been an ASUCSB proxy willingly for many meetings this year, and I want to tell you all that it's really great, and I am really excited for this opportunity. Again, my name is Erika Martinez, off-campus senator of the People's Party. Thank you.
Thank you, Erika. We're going to pick this question up with starting with you, Brandon. All right, and I'm going to give you a little bit more time. It's where we ended off our last. Question, so we're going to pick right up there. Deltopia, what happened? Who's responsible? What now? We'll give you a minute.
Well, Deltopia was a rather tragic event this year. What happened specifically, according to the news organizations, apparently it was an assault on an officer, which led to massive repercussions and a riot. The problem I don't think inherently lies in our party culture. It hasn't been a problem before. I think what happens is we lack a community culture, and that's why we need to create a community services district. We need to have a coalition of both students, staff, police, and others who live in the community, so that we can understand that what we do does not affect only us, it affects our image, and it affects people who don't even want to party, people who live their lives here to serve us. Once again, my name is Brandon Lee. I'm running with the People's Party.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Peschard, I'm with the Tea Party. So when it comes to the issue of Deltopia, I think there's a dichotomy of why Deltopia happened as it did. I think a lot of times when we look at how we should address it, there's an either or dichotomy, and in reality what we need is more. We need to look, was it safe? And this year at the last Deltopia, it wasn't safe. We had a haphazard last-minute attempt to address the issue, but with the festival ordinance not clearing through, we just weren't prepared for Deltopia. So I think there needs to be a multifaceted approach to it. We need to institutionally structure the event so we have a safer space in IB, not just at Deltopia, but throughout the year. We need to decrease criminalization and focus more on safety, not just regulation. We don't need reactions, we need responses. We need to have alternative events. We need to discourage promotions and social media events. We need to keep it local and we need to keep it safe. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cassie, and again I'm running with OPP for to be an off-campus senator. I think a lot of blame was placed on out-of-towners in Deltopia, and that's because we as UCSB students hold ourselves to a higher standard that we could not let this riot happen. But really that's not accurate. We invited these out-of-towners. And I think a lot of predicating factors, there was another riot for Deltopia that we really need to address. And I think this has a lot to do with miscommunication with the police. Cameras were put up in IB without us having really discussion about it. So before creating my community services district, which I would like to do, I think some great first steps are to hold forums with police. I've already spoken with Sergeant Mark Signa of the IB Foot Patrol. He's expressed great interest in having these forums again and resurrecting them. In addition, I'd like to establish a community service aspect of Gaucho FYI, so freshmen take ownership of IB from day one. Once again, my name is Cassie Mancini, and I'm running with OPP to be an off-campus senator.
Hello, my name is Jacob Lebell, and well, I could really talk for hours about this. I have tons of stuff that I want to say, but I think really the structural reason for Deltopia blowing up like this and having these riots was that IB looks a lot like a slum, and that IB has also been one of the places to kind of bring about this party culture that's a big part of all of American culture right now. And that it attracts a lot of people. That's part of the responsibility we have. And that I think that combined with the police trying to criminalize IB and just kind of push back and not have music and things for out-of-towners to do, I think that combined with IB looking like a slum and all of these people drunk and with nothing to do, feeling like the police are this arbitrary authority coming down on them, I think it really sets the ground for things like this to happen, and unless we change this, things aren't really going to change. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Moreh again, running with OPP for off-campus senator. As I mentioned earlier, I'm chief of staff in the office of the EVP for local affairs, so our office was in the middle of Deltopia and we dealt a lot with the aftermath. I personally emailed Lieutenant Rob Fassino of the IB Foot Patrol the night of Deltopia to try to have our office and all the Associated Students execs come together and communicate with IFP as soon as possible. As was mentioned earlier with the other candidates in the previous forum, I think it's difficult to really know what happened. There was a lot of chaos that night, and that's why there's a grand jury case being called for at the moment, and I'm in support of that. I think while we wait for that to play out, we need to look into other options. As I mentioned before, the Police Advisory Board is one great thing that I would like to really work on. Once again, my name is Michelle Moreh, running with OPP for off-campus senator.
Hi, my name is Shin Ma, and I am running a DP party. What happened that night in Deltopia? I mean, there was tear gas, people got hurt, there was riots, but I think most importantly, people got hurt. And I mean, we can blame anyone we want, but we have a responsibility and we have a role in doing something about it, no matter who is to blame. And I believe in addressing this problem, we should have alternatives and work with other UCs to have to host events. And I agree with structuralizing this event in order to promote more safety. And I believe that restrictions are important, but having things that are too rigid will promote an atmosphere where people are unsettled. So we need to find a balance between that. Again, my name is Shin Ma, vote DP.
Hi everyone, again my name is Erika Martinez, running for off-campus senator with the Open People's Party. So let's face it, Deltopia was pretty much a hot mess. But like other events in the past, like Halloween, it used to be pretty chaotic. But through community efforts, we have all made sure that this is something that we can all enjoy and that we can all take advantage of. We can have fun, but we must clean up after ourselves. Let's take care of IB and remember that it's actually our home. We're not going to go home to our personal apartments and trash it and just leave it there. So let's make sure we take responsibility for IB. I want to hold town hall meetings and make sure that we all of the people who live in IB, not just us as students, but as students as well as business owners and permanent residents like families, we are all aware of what's going on in IB and we can all work together to rebuild our community. Again, my name is Erika Martinez, off-campus senator with the Open People's Party.
Alright, hello again, my name is Carlos Lopez. I'm running for off-campus senator with the Open People's Party. I've put a lot of thought into what happened with Deltopia, and I've been in a lot of conversations with students and people who are more active and associated students about, you know, what happened and who's responsible. Generally, the thought is that it was a combination of our party culture, which, with the combination of us inviting our friends and people who just come uninvited, essentially just resulted in a riot. But I think that the question of why it happened is a question of lack of empowerment of students who are in Isla Vista. I think that we have a perception that this is our community. I've seen a lot of good outreach by people by just like Facebook groups and things like that, of, you know, trying to keep it local within Isla Vista. But I think that if we were to have like a council of everyone who has a stake in this Isla Vista community of ours, SBCC students, UCSB students, county officials, and perhaps the Isla Vista Foot Patrol, we could come together and try to think of a more positive way to celebrate the coming of spring. But once again, I'm Carlos Lopez. I'm running for off-campus senate with the Open People's Party.